Hi, this is day one of my long-awaited trip to Walt Disney World. Had ups and downs. The most important thing is that I got here safely, and I'm ready to start off tomorrow to have a great time. My flight was uneventful. I went right through TSA checkpoint. They did want to look through my backpack. I think on the scanner they saw that I had a bag of trail mix. But when they saw that, they just said, okay, and on I went. When I got to where my flight was going to take off from, I went up and asked a very nice man at the counter if I could get on first, in the first group, because I would have trouble. And he said, sure. So, lo and behold, I was the first person on the plane, and I met a very nice flight attendant man, and he helped me with my bag, and we joked a while and had a good time. I had a very nice young lady who was my travel companion sitting next to me. We had an uneventful flight without any turbulence, and we actually arrived early. I got off my plane and I went straight to the counter for the Magical Express, and there I only had to wait just maybe 10 or 15 minutes till I could board the bus. So it was probably a wait about a half an hour before we took off. And we had a very nice, pleasant ride over to my resort. When I got there, I had already checked in online, so I didn't need to do that. And my room was ready. So my ECV was waiting for me. So I went over and got it and checked on my oxygen tank. And a real nice young man, Disney cast member, brought my carry-on bag and my oxygen machine directly right to my room. So I piddled around for a while, and about 4 o'clock I was ready to go, and I went over to the main building for the movie resort and ordered an Uber to go over to the Disney Warehouse outlet store over in the Vineland Mall. And a very nice woman said she'd come from Cuba about 2 years ago, and she showed up in a Hyundai Elantra, very clean, very nice trip, very safe driver. I would really recommend Uber. They're much cheaper than a taxi, and very pleasant drivers. So I got over there to the Vineland Mall, and first I had my afternoon meal. I don't know if you call it lunch or dinner because it was about 4:30. But I went to the food court, and they had this place called the Green Beet, and they serve fresh organic salads with proteins if you want them. And I got the Orlando Cobb, which had all kinds of greens, chicken, cheese, black beans, corn, and it was wonderful. It was a huge portion for I finally ate all the protein and just had to leave a lot of the greens because it was just too much. Then I went into the Disney Character Warehouse, and I had seen so many YouTube videos about how wonderful it was and how large it was and all the wonderful things they had. That was the reason I went over there. Oh, I was so disappointed. The place was really small. Practically everything they had to do with Star Wars, and a lot of the stuff, the merchandise, just looked really cheap, like they had just made it special to go over there in the outlet. So I didn't buy anything. So I got another Uber ride back to the movie resort. Nice young man from Colombia, and as I said, I would highly recommend Uber because I had a wonderful experience with them. So I got back to the movie resort and went back to my room, and my suitcase was here. And I got ready to go over to Disney Springs. So I took the bus over to Disney Springs without any difficulty at all. Really nice bus driver, just did everything for me, helping me get my ECV into the bus. He couldn't have been more helpful. So it was quite a long ride over to Disney Springs. Walt Disney World is huge. You just don't realize it until you get here and start driving around. There's so much traffic and construction, and it's really overwhelming. So I got to Disney Springs, and really crowded, and noise level is very, very high. So I went into the center of town and went first to the World of Disney, which is the biggest Disney store in the world, I guess, and looked around and had all kinds of different things, things to wear, things to jewelry, things to sit on your counter, and the prices are really expensive. So I found a few things I liked and left, and I started having trouble with my ECV. The accelerator handle was sticking, and so I called the ECV company, the Best Price Mobility. They may be the best price, but they're certainly not the best equipment or service. And I wasted 2 hours dealing with them, trying to get a new ECV. So I finally gave up, came back to the hotel, and told them just to bring it to the hotel and they can pick up the old one tomorrow. So they did. Oh, what a day. But, you know, ups and downs, and I'm here at Disney World, so tomorrow is a new day. Checking my bag. This kind gentleman is helping me. I've been checked in, and now I'm going down to gate C to go through security. Oh boy, I don't know what these people are doing. Looks like a group. Oh, this must be it. I've been checked in, and now I'm going down to gate C to go through security. Oh boy, I don't know what these people are doing. Looks like a group. Oh, this must be it. Okay, getting water, filling up my Disney water bottle. You sure don't want to buy a bottle of water at the airport. You want to bring your own empty one through security and then fill it up at one of these special fill-up places. This is a food court. Main terminal. Oh, there's a Ruby Tuesdays. Ooh, how neat. We're going for a little train ride.
probably know Orlando for its world-class theme parks and attractions. But you may not know the other half of it. From our professional sports, high-tech and emerging medical industries, from
Level 1, heading to the Disney Magical Express. The adventure will start in just a minute or two. Oh, I see Mickey. There it is. Yay! I'm now officially in Disney World. Yay! How exciting. Okay, this man is going to scan my magic band.
Trying to get the Disney. You want to put your band up here? Do you want longer to answer?
Number 7.
Hello. Well,
Okay, Ruby.
yes,
After our movies, line number 11.
11.
Number 11.
If you've not had a chance to do so already, it's not too late to complete online check-in.
Here I go.
Completing online check-in before you
I've
depart
scanned
the
my
airport
band. I don't know if you
experience the
saw it or not.
Online
But I
check-in
am
is
going
currently
at
available
11.
on the My Disney Experience website and app.
And there is a Magical Express.
Welcome to Disney's Magical Express. Once you depart, travel time to the Walt Disney World Resort is approximately 45 to 75 minutes. Note that your motor coach could make stops at multiple Disney resort hotels. It's time to make vacation memories that will last a lifetime.
Okay, we're leaving the Disney Music Resort and heading to my resort, the Disney Movie Resort. There's Scott, our driver.
There's no greater entrance on active in the world. I haven't.
You might get to walk us through the spike minefield.
Even though while I'm doing this and all the acting is going on, I'm actually listening to the music and I'm counting at the same time.
Some of Florida's swampland. And it is now 2:36. I figured we'd be here by 3, so we're a little early. And there it is, All-Star Movies.
Swinging. Alright, this is going to be our stop for the All-Star Movies Resort. This is movies.
Yay! We're here.
You should have a natural fear of it every time that you do it, because if you don't,